This is the sound of the Third Rock Theater of the Air. Now with
99.9%
less Bigfoot. You can never be certain of anything, after all.
Something is wrong with your radio. You flip the switch and fiddle with the dial. You pull the plug and slam your fists against the console. You scream and scream and scream till it strangles you, but no croak from your stubborn throat comes close to drowning out the buzzing. Your radio will not stop buzzing. It buzzes and buzzes and fuzzes and fuzzes till you feel it ringing within the resonant chamber of your empty skull. Thinking becomes untenable. Resisting becomes impossible. Your mind is but an antenna, and you a receiver of truths and warnings. Your truth is, something isn't wrong with your radio. Something is inside your radio. Many somethings. Your warning is, whatever you do, don't touch that dial. This is the Third Rock Theater of the Air. Yes, sirree. We are back, baby. Back and better than ever. And it's so good to have all of you wonderful people back with us. This is your one and only host, Mike. And let me just say, I am pleased as punch to once again be standing within our recently renovated studio. For those of you who don't recall, or just want to know what all the buzz is about, our last broadcast was, well, different from our typical affair. It's safe to say that last time our show got off on the wrong oversized foot. But luckily, after putting in all of our blood, sweat, tears, juices, blood, and blood into fixing this place up, it seems that the Third Rock Theater is finally good as new. Yes, and if my last description is any indication, it is also wetter than ever before. Kidding. I'm kidding. The blood was already there. I, for one, am happy to get back to the way things used to be. And I'm sure you all are too. Tonight, we've got a host of incredible guests lined up for your listening pleasure. And I've been assured by the big guy himself that these ones aren't going anywhere. No vanishing acts this time. In fact, no vanishing anything. This one's gonna be by the books. Straight down the middle. No tricks, no funny business, just a nice, normal episode of the Third Rock Theater. I swear, from the bottom of my black, hovering, transubstantial heart that nothing dangerous or ridiculous or remotely unexpected could possibly happen.
Yo!
What are you still doing here?
You know, I was gonna ask you the same thing, since you promised to let me go home and all.
This is impossible. It has to be a mistake. No one besides me has ever been kept for more than one episode in a row. Not to worry, listeners. This is just just a temporary setback, a minor major misunderstanding. Mac here, I'm sure you remember Mac, is our station's brand new intern.
I am.
Yes. Yes, you are. Just a little mix-em-up, folks. She's not supposed to be on stage, but give her a little grace, eh? She's still learning how to be an intern, after all. Mac, my dear friend, buddy, homie, chum, pal, broski, Mac, would you be a good little intern and go fetch my... No, don't you dare.
What's it say?
Can't be serious, don't you do this to me. Hey!
Co-host. He wants me to be your co-host?
No! I mean, of course they don't want that.
Good, because I don't want that. I want to go home.
See? You don't want that. I don't want that. Nobody wants that, really, when you think about it.
Quit shoving.
So why don't you just go over here and... Or you can stay right here if you want. That's fine. That's good, too.
Oh, please. When has any of this been about what I want? Because I'm basically a prisoner now, right? Or was it your fucking co-host?
Intern! I mean, language, I mean... Doggone it! He's on his way. All right, fine. You just go sit over there and don't move. You can be on stage, just don't say anything, don't do anything, just go!
But my...
Go!
Fine. Want me in your little radio show so bad? Have it your way.
Sorry about that, listeners. Just a little trouble with a new intern who, to be clear, is an intern, and not, for example, the newly declared co-host of this program. Intern. Now, where was I? Ah, yes. Our first guest comes to us all the way from Germany, and before that, ancient Romania. Now, folks, I'm sure you've all heard tales about the legendary Count Dracula. But I'll bet that most of you aren't familiar with the many other dark lords and ladies which once sucked the fun out of the European peasantry. Not so for our first guest, who certainly knows a thing or two about noble blood. Lock your doors, clutch your crosses close, and join me in welcoming to the show, Count Mordecai von Striegel! Oh, but where are my manners? Here, I humbly invite you to our show, oh spirit of the night.
Thank you, Michael. It is a pleasure to be here.
So, what's buzzin', cousin? I don't mean to offend my friend, but are you feeling all right? You look pale as well, as a vampire, I suppose.
Apologies. The flight from Europe was long, and I am feeling rather thirsty.
Wow, flying all the way from Europe. Boy, your arms must be tired. Well, before we begin, is there anything I can get you to wet your whistle? Some tea, a throat lozenge?
Blood. Preferably fresh.
I had a feeling you might say that. Mac, would you be a good little intern and go fetch the bottle of O-negative from the craft services table?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm really not supposed to leave the stage, remember?
Fine. I suppose I'll just get the janitor to do it.
Janitor?
Wilhelm, can we fly in some blood for the Count? Thank you.
Hi? And why do we just have bottles of human blood?
Do you really want to know?
No, you're right. I'm good.
Much appreciated.
is really the spot. What's the vintage on that?
That would be a 1998 Californian Red. It's been in stasis, so it should still be fresh.
Ah, refreshing. Thanks. Trust me, I could be a real handful on an empty stomach.
My absolute pleasure. Just let me know the next time you want to suck my blood. Blah, blah, blah.
Stop that.
Oh, sorry. I just suppose that bad jokes are in my blood.
It's extremely offensive.
Right. I apologize then.
Thank you.
So, I know we only have a bit of time before our station passes out of the Earth's shadow and we are absolutely bombarded with the sun's scorching rays.
Ah, yes. Something I'd like to avoid, you can imagine.
Rightio. So, let's skip the pleasantries and get right to the nitty-gritty. Count von Strigo.
Oh, please. Von Strigo was my father's name. Call me Mordecai.
Okie dokie. Mordecai. You are, in fact, a vampire, are you not?
I mean, I guess I didn't check this evening. Do you happen to have a mirror handy?
No, not since the incident. But really, a little bat told me that you've not only got a lot of experience as a vampire, but a lot to say on the topic of vampirism itself. Care to share?
Well, it's a complicated topic, to be sure. And obviously the issue is close to my heart. I think most folks are pretty afraid of people with my condition. And from my perspective, it is completely unnecessary. There's a lot of misinformation out there about vampires, and I'm hoping that I can clear the air and set the record straight.
If there was just one thing you could tell my radio audience about living with vampirism, what would it be?
Well, if it had to be just one thing, I would ask people to keep an open mind. When people usually think of vampires, they assume the worst. They think of gaunt, imposing figures in dark cloaks, endlessly prowling the night in search of their next victims. They think of beautiful strangers that lure maidens from the safety of their homes, only to rip out their guts and feast on their sweet, delicious, delicious vital fluids. And, sure, I did some of that stuff. But that was the old Mordecai. This is the new Mordecai. Now I'm a motivational speaker. I'm a published author. People change. Just give us a chance and let us into your lives. Let us in. You know?
Wow. I think we could all learn a little something from a message like that.
Yeah, something.
I'm glad to hear you think so, Mac.
How do you know my name?
Now that you mention it, a human's perspective might be valuable for this discussion. Would you mind if I asked your friend here a couple questions?
Oh, no, she's not my friend. She's my
Co-host.
Intern. She's the intern.
Okay. Your intern, then.
If I may, I really think we should keep our focus directed to...
Now, Michael. I'd like to hear it from her.
Yeah, come on, Michael. The guest is always right, right?
Sure. Okie dokie, then.
Great. So, as I was saying, there are a lot of harmful stereotypes about those with my condition which continue to circulate the mortal population. Mac, would you kindly tell me one common thing you've heard about vampires?
Okay. Garlic. Vampires hate garlic, right?
Now, not all vampires hate garlic. Speaking personally, I find the smell and taste of garlic makes me feel quite nauseated. But not in a poisonous way, though. It's more like a bad allergic reaction, really.
A life without garlic breadsticks? If I ever get bit, I hope they stake me on the spot.
Oh, very humorous. Though, Mac, that's a great segue into another topic. Got a guess as to why?
Well, if I were to take a stab at it... Never mind. I would say there is common lore surrounding vampires and their profound vulnerabilities...
Steaks, dude. A steak in the heart. Just spit it out.
I was getting there.
Yes, there is a commonly held belief that driving a wooden stake through a vampire's heart will kill them.
So, is that true?
Well, sure. But, wouldn't that kill anybody?
Huh. Yeah, I guess so.
So, these examples have varying levels of truth to them. But there are so many more persistent stereotypes which are harmful at best or just plain...
I have a question.
Oh, I hadn't quite finished my thought, but sure.
Aren't you guys weak to silver?
No. That's werewolves, Mac. Werewolves.
Werewolves, Mac. Come on.
Or if I threw a bag of rice at you, don't you have to count each and every individual?
Come on, Mac. Even you see how ridiculous that sounds, right? I mean, even disregarding the negative connotations it perpetuates for those with OCD, these superstitions...
Ooh. And do you guys really say blah, blah, blah?
Excuse me?
What? Blah, 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 I want to suck your blood. That's what you all say, right?
Young lady, this is all extremely offensive.
You're embarrassing me in front of the Count.
Oh, really? I guess it's just hard for me to even accept that you're a real vampire. You sound so normal, after all.
Normal?
She doesn't mean it like that.
Oh, yes, I do. I was gonna ask why you don't have a widow's peak and smell like shit, but the accent thing seemed more pressing. That, or I was gonna ask if you fuck bats. So, do you people fuck bats, or do you just...
Insensitive mortals! You are nothing but a bunch of speciest assholes!
Now, Mordecai! Morty! I'm sure she didn't mean to...
Off.
Language.
Well, I think that went well. Oh, come on. Don't look at me like that.
Folks, it seems that our interview has sadly been cut short, thanks to someone and her flawless etiquette. Why don't we go to today's sponsors, We'll be right back after Wilhelm and I clean up this mess. Today's episode of the Third Rock Theater of the Air is sponsored by your teeth. You know, you're never fully dressed without a smile. But is it a Dentafreak smile? It has been scientifically proven that Dentafreak removes discoloration and bad breath like no other product on the market. 9 out of 10 dentists give Dentafreak 5 out of 5 stars. 1 out of 10 dentists gave Dentafreak 0 out of 5 stars. 1 out of 10 dentists does not have a Dentafreak smile. Where is she? Where has she run off to? 9 out of 10 dentists are currently scouring the halls of 1 out of 10 dental practices. 1 out of 10 dentists cower in the corner of her clinic, attempting to hide herself behind 1 out of 10 dental office chairs. Why would she hide? Why would she hide from 9 out of 10 dentists? She must hate us. That's it. 1 out of 10 dentists must hate Dentafreak's brilliant phosphorescent shine, hate its patented silica abrasive formula, which cleans 4 times better than the boys next door. 9 out of 10 dentists are wielding scalpels and drills and plastic 3D models of human jaws. Somewhere a window shatters, and 1 out of 10 dentists lets out a sharp, involuntary gasp. The curtain of her trembling lips part, revealing rows upon rows of sallow, imperfect teeth. She covers her mouth, but it is too late. They have her scent now. Suddenly, a figure comes howling out from the darkness, their eyes red and bulging, their bloody tweezers raised overhead, their teeth so white, so perfectly, diabolically white. 1 out of 10 dentists screams and rolls to the side, narrowly dodging as her attacker collides into a cabinet. A heavy metal tray is cast aside, sending various dental instruments clattering onto the tiles. The figure reels, their blood-stained scrubs telling the tale of fresh violences. There is no time for hesitation. With a swift kick, 1 out of 10 dentists sends her assailant's body toppling over. She grabs a metal instrument tray and brings it down upon the face of her former colleague, smashing it over and over and over again. The mandibles shatter. The skull sunders. The pulpy remains twitch and throb under stains of scarlet red, but the teeth ever remain that cursed alabaster white. The body goes still. 1 out of 10 dentists goes pale, her hands shaking. She wants to cry, wants to curl up into a ball and... No, she thinks. This is not the time. She must stay focused on survival. With bloodied hands, she grabs a pair of dental picks and turns to face the darkness. More are coming. And 8 out of 10 dentists won't let her leave this place alive. Dentafreak, you can't hide from us forever. Welcome back to the Third Rock Theater of the Air. For those of you who were with us before the break, I want to thank you for your patience and understanding as we continue to work through these unexpected issues. And if you're just now tuning in, well then, pretend I didn't say anything. The important thing is, all of the previous problems with our show have been addressed and corrected. I'm sorry. What was that, Mac? I can hardly understand you through all of that duct tape that mysteriously appeared around your face and body. Well, whatever she said, it couldn't possibly have been that important. Oh well, on with the show. Up next, we have a special presentation the likes of which I can guarantee you folks have never experienced before. In fact, the song you are about to hear, no living being has ever heard in all of recorded history, because it shall be sung by a non-living being. Wilhelm, if you would please bring out the songoscope. Thank you, Wilhelm. I can always count on you. Listeners, our endlessly professional stagehand/custodian has just wheeled a large cart on stage, upon which rests a mechanical marvel from the far-flung fringes of speculative science. You know the type. Blinking lights, superfluous buttons, throbbing brood sacs, etc. This state-of-the-art songoscope has been developed and brought to you by none other than the Third Rock Theater's own in-house team of deranged entertainment scientists. Placed adjacent to that cart is a humble gray stone, approximately the size of a grapefruit, or perhaps the skull of a human infant. A series of suction cups and wires, like hospital monitors that might futilely cling to your ailing loved ones, or a dangling dinner party of parasitic worms, adhere to the stone and connect it to the machine. These wires... Why, I'm so glad you asked, Mac. A songoscope is a special device that allows us to hear the hidden music of the world. By attuning to the latent subatomic vibrations of any given matter, the songoscope can utilize its quantum flux transducer to interpolate and convertilate these frequencies into acoustical energy. Or at least, that's what the eggheads at R&D told me to say. For centuries, poets and philosophers and ostriches have buried their heads in the sand, trying to catch just a note of that most elusive of melodies, the siren song of Mother Earth herself. The ostriches got pretty close. We can give them that. We can be the bigger animals and give ostriches that. But tonight, Homo sapiens shall have their day. Tonight, you'll hear the voice of terra firma in medial resolution. You think you know what rock music is? Think again. So, without further ado, let's see what this baby can do. Hit it, Wilhelm! Just a moment, listeners. It seems the machine needs a second to really get going. There we are. As we speak, the songoscope is working hard to attune itself to the stone's tone. Now, we only need to wait and listen. Oh, do not be discouraged, listeners. The songoscope is a very delicate instrument. Silence is key. The stone's song may be very faint, so we must listen very carefully, like so. What's this? Do my ears deceive me? Why, I think I hear the first faint notes of an orchestra beginning. I said, I think I hear the first few notes of an The first few notes of an orchestra. Mac, what the deuce are you doing? Language. If you keep scooting your chair like that, the audience won't be able to hear the music. Fine. I'll untape your mouth, okay? Just be quiet. Ow! Shh! What did I just say?
Well,
What did you expect? I don't know. You can speak now. There, happy?
no, of course I'm not happy. I'm still your prisoner.
Don't be ridiculous. You're not a prisoner.
You literally have me tied to a chair right now.
Okay, well, maybe that's the price you pay for being racist to vampires. It's starting. Please, Mac, for the sake of us both, please don't do anything rash.
I'm gonna start screaming right now unless you free me from this chair and get me off the ship.
I can't.
Well, that's a shame.
No. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. Stop it. The music is about to start.
Mr. Boss Guy, wanna see me change stations with my foot?
Don't.
Uh-oh, Mike. I think something's wrong with your radio.
All right, that's it. Folks, we're experiencing some technical difficulties with the songoscope and are forced to pause our special presentation for now. We'll return to it after a brief recess. Instead, please enjoy tonight's featured presentation, Global Barbershop Sensation and Four-Headed Fire-Breathing Dragon, Terry's Fool Eater. 4 heads, 1 torso, all Terry, give it up.
Yeah, Terry's! Woo!
Mac. Backstage. Now.
You guys ready?
Yep,
Okay.
all set.
You know it.
Inside my large scaly body, I'm really a hottie. I'm talking 10,000 degrees. From the edge of my nose to the tips of my toes, you could cook eggs upon me. But there is one event that my fire prevents me ever getting to enjoy. I long to prance in the snow, but I dive in and know that I would be going to swim.
Again?
Terry 4.
Unbelievable.
What? I thought it was on 4.
It's on 3,
not 4.
Not 4,
you
Terry
a
4.
million
Come
times.
on.
You're dragon. I'm dragon?
You're dragon, dude.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Get it together, Terry 4.
Okay, I'm sorry. Jeez.
Still doesn't explain why you're doing this.
Oh, you're a smart guy, Mike. I'm sure you'll figure it out.
Insulting my guests, destroying my equipment. It's as bad as last time. You're ruining everything.
Yeah, that's the idea.
Look, I understand that you're unhappy here. But I've already told you there's nothing more I can do for you.
Yeah, except, I don't know, take me to your boss?
No, I can't. I'm sorry, but I can't. So why do you keep doing this to me?
You said you and your boss wanted to keep me on the show, right? I'm just giving you what you wanted.
I didn't say that. I don't want you here. I don't need you here. I don't need a co-host, or a sidekick, or an intern, or anybody else for that matter. And I certainly don't need some immature, irascible, rebellious little twerp coming in and upstaging me.
Glad to see you've got your priorities straight.
Is this all some kind of joke to you? I told you what could happen if this show flops. I could die. We could die. Don't you care about that?
Maybe. Maybe not. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I don't even know where I am. I don't even know what day it is. Maybe I'm already dead. So maybe I don't really care if I die or not. Maybe I'd rather just make your life a living hell until you're forced to do something about me instead of just pretending all of this is normal or that I don't exist.
They liked your song, okay?
What?
They liked your song. And not just that, Mac. They liked you.
I didn't, who said they liked it exactly?
Who else? The big guy. Here. Read it yourself.
Wow. I kind of figured I bombed it.
Alongside that sob story you told, the song apparently resonated well with certain demographics. Ratings. That sort of thing. I don't even try to make heads or tails of it anymore.
I mean, it's not even finished yet.
And now, suddenly, I'm being told by management that I'm getting a co-host. Someone to share the spotlight with, they said. Well, they can call it whatever they want. I know what you really are. A replacement.
What are you talking about?
You know, I really truly have no idea how long I've been up here doing this show. But never once has it bothered me. Because I know that there's nowhere else I'd rather be. Maybe you are a prisoner, Mac, but I'm not. I love this show. I love being a part of it. Here, I get to do, finally, exactly the kind of thing I've always wanted. Be on the radio. But I guess I guess I knew this would happen. Time and time again, I've seen this same old song and dance play out. You give them so much of your time and energy, and the moment it all begins to weigh you down, you're gone. Discarded. Replaced.
Mike, I'm not trying to replace you.
Yeah, well, then it looks like neither of us is going to get what we want. Look, I really am sorry. You know, that I can't help you. The big guy's office is found at the station's center, but no one is allowed inside. I myself have never even seen him. He just communicates with me through these slips. I couldn't even show you where he is, let alone get the two of you talking.
And there's no other way off the ship?
Not that I know of. I guess I've never really looked.
Well, shit. If there really is no way out of this place, then I guess I'd better...
That's my cue. Since the songoscope is broken, I have no idea how I'm going to close out this show now, but if you... Look, you don't owe me anything. Just... please don't make this any harder for me. Give it up once more for Terry's Fool Eater, huh? Weren't they just incredible, folks? Talk about musical scales, am I right? Those harmonies. Mwah! Chef's kiss. Wonderful. Great. Good. So, some of you may have noticed that this stage is a little emptier than it was before. Mac, unfortunately, had to take an important phone call and step outside the spaceship. Sadly, this means that she will not be joining us for the remainder of the episode. I know, you wanted her on the show, and who am I to question your infallible judgment? But clearly, she's been more than a bit disruptive to our regular procedure. So maybe you'd permit me this one infraction just so I can wrap things up? Thank you. Now, if I remember correctly, we were just in the middle of our special presentation on the songoscope and the secret songs of the Earth. The songoscope has been returned to the stage, the stone once again placed upon its podium. Unfortunately, the delicate device did suffer some damage from the hands or foot of... It doesn't really matter. Regardless, it is possible that this could have impacted the songoscope and our ability to enjoy the special music therein. I shall not speculate on these odds, dear listeners. My only hope is that we can deliver the spectacle that we promised to you. The show must go on, after all. Wilhelm, are you ready? Wonderful. Here goes nothing. Aha! A signal! I don't want to speak too soon, listeners, but it seems like we might just be in luck. Yes! There it is! Now everyone, shh! Wilhelm, I said shush, you old so-and-so! Wait. This can't be right. Where's the soloist? We should be hearing him by now. Mac! Just when I think I've finally gotten to her, she's... Oh. Well. Right. The scope, ladies and gentlemen. Wowee! What a marvel, eh, folks?
Back! Sorry, I'm back. I had to step out and take my...
Outer space phone call?
Yep, that's the one.
Well, I'm sure we can give you some grace on that. After all, it is your first time being my co-host.
Intern. Your intern, right?
Yes, intern. That's what I meant. Our station intern.
Mike, if I could take a second, I just wanted to apologize. I think the spotlight really got to my head. I acted like I wanted an escape, when really what I wanted was to be the center of attention. I don't think I'm ready to be a co-host just yet. Do you think you could forgive me?
Mac, you know you don't gotta do all that, right? Besides, I get why you've been acting up anyhow.
Well, you said I've got to play my part, right? I thought a sappy, undeserved moral at the end would be a nice touch.
Oh, saccharin. Good work, kid. Apology accepted, Mac. Glad to have you back on board.
So, is this where you want me to get off stage, or...
You know what? Why don't you stick around for this next part? There's plenty of room up here on stage. Besides, what's the worst you could possibly do?
Want to find out?
No. Woo! I must say, all of these complications today really had me sweating bullets there for a minute. But I guess it goes to show that no matter how stressed things get, they always work out in the end. I think that about does it for today's episode.
Mike, shouldn't somebody take the song machine thing off stage?
Oh, right. Wilhelm, would you kindly escort the songoscope off stage? Thank you. That does it for all of us here at the station. This has been the Third Rock Theater of the Air. Stay tuned next for some delightful children's programming with absolutely no subliminal messaging of any kind. No, Willie, we promise. And remember...
Oh, fuck!
Good golly! Wilhelm, look out!
Oh my god, I think I'm gonna...
Whoa! So sorry about that. I got lost on my way out and I worked up a real thirst. This place is crazy. But like I was saying, we vampires are really misunderstood. If you don't mind, I just wanted to take a sec to plug my new book, Bleeding Hearts, The Untold Suffering of History's Sexiest Monster. Why living forever totally sucks.
Would you be
It's
a
got
pal
a
and
lot
hand me
of
one of those
information
cans under
for
my
people
desk?
looking to
The
learn
ones
more
from
about
Zollican?
vampires.
Bingo.
I'm sorry, what was that?
The power of brand deals compels you! And remember, the only thing we have to fear is right behind you. You should probably start running. See you around, Big Blue. So long, and good night.
The Third Rock Theater of the Air is created and distributed by Sword and Sigil Productions, in cooperation with your duplicitous and clearly evil stepfather. It is licensed under a Creative Commons Attribution Non-Commercial Share-alike International License. Episode 2, Bad Blood, was written and directed by Gage P. Sigil and Kieran Swart, and produced by Kieran Swart. Our executive producer is Dan Swart. The voice of Mike is Gage P. Sigil. The voice of Mac is Beck Rosales. The voice of Mordecai was Navi Nouveau, and the voices of Terry's Full Eater was Jackson Lair. Additional voices provided by Kieran Swart and Tori Austin. The sound of the Third Rock Theater was designed and composed by Gage P. Sigil, with editing by Kieran Swart. Tonight's feature presentation, entitled Terry's Lament, was written, recorded, and produced by Jackson Lair. Jackson's social media and music platforms can be found through the links in the description. Additional thanks to Tori Austin for recording, R.M. Beckett for production assistance, and to the stool pigeon currently building another nest inside my databanks. Thank you for listening.